My gosh, the more and more I watch of Too Many Losing Heroines, the more I think this show is absolutely incredible. I absolutely love it. Yes, this episode being Komari's episode, the gremlin episode. We get the timid little gremlin girl kind of just hiding away under the tables and everything like that. She's super cute. Very, very super cute. But despite it being Komari's episode, despite it being the gremlin episode, I almost felt like Lemon stole the show. Like this girl, she could be so cute, which is to her character that yes, this boy that she likes this whole time never sees her as a girl, which, yes, that typically goes with a tomboy character, the very athletic character, is that, yes, the boy that they like typically doesn't see them as a woman, just like the one that he ends up with. That is technically the joke there. And I think that kind of goes par for the course for the series. I think what this writer does so well is finding tropes in rom-coms and messing with them. Yes, it is always lighthearted. It is most of the time to a comedic beat, but there's always kind of this underlining tone of a seriousness. Like this writer does want to get seriously into these archetypes and play them out in a very human way. And I think that's great. They're doing that definitely with Lemon. They're doing a fantastic job of it. I loved her in this episode. She was, like I said, super cute. Like she had this really cute side. But again, she has a gambare style. Like she's trying to push herself. She's trying to stay positive. And that's sort of what we see at the end of the last episode. Episode 2, with her episode, yes, she got hurt there, but she doesn't want to give up. She's still pushing. Like that whole scene with her and the teacher out there, she's going to keep pushing. And it's already really kind of lining it up that she's already liking Nukumizu. Like it almost feels like she's already kind of going towards his direction because he's keeping that positive with her. He's showing that positivity to her and kind of bolstering her up as she's trying to do that. Because yes, if somebody just says, I'm going to be positive, push forward, haha, good, everything's good, it's not like it's a click, they're fixed. They still have to do that step. And I think him being there with the pom-poms basically to say, keep moving forward, she's getting that. She's getting that feel. So, yeah, this episode, both Lemon and Yanami kind of had a moment with Nukumizu. It's already kind of lining up the two of them to kind of go a direction. But, yes, obviously, again, the episode technically was focused on Komari. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. That's kind of the sucky thing about having that key art. That key art that literally says Komari is going to lose. The title is Too Many Losing Heroines, and it's got these three girls, Lemon, Yanami, yes, I'm calling her Lemon because it's easier to say Lemon, sorry, Komari, and yeah, all three of them are in that cover. So it's obvious that the next episode is going to open up and Shintaro is going to say, sorry, I don't like you, or might possibly be, he turns to Tsukiniko and says, Mari. I'm sorry. She's literally Mari from Evangelion. Mari from Evangelion over here and going, sorry, I'm already with her. You know that's coming. Now, I will say, to the order in which they have kind of built these characters, there was a side of me that thought, what are the chances that Komari actually wins? What if this is all a lie? Like the key art is a lie to make you believe that Komari is going to lose, and the twist is going to be that actually Mari loses. I can't say her name. Tsukinoki. That's an easy name. I just was reading it wrong. What if Tsukinoki actually loses? Because the theme that they've been carrying on throughout this entire series so far is that each one of these girls is a childhood friend. And the twist here is that Komari, I believe, isn't the childhood friend, because that's why Yanami kind of looks at her with like this death glare, because she knew that Tsukinoki was a childhood friend of the president, and she knew that Komari was after him. And so she was classifying Komari as a homewrecker. Like she said, there's childhood friends and there's homewreckers. That's the Yanami. So I don't know. It could be like a bait and twist. What if suddenly out of nowhere next week we get a new key art and it's literally Tsukinoki is on there and not Komari? Like they remove her because they wanted to make us think that. It's not gonna happen though. I'm sorry. This poor little timid girl is gonna lose because she's cute, timid, and very fragile. Like the entire episode watching this girl, I'm like, oh, this is going to break my heart more than the other two girls because it shows that timidness and that insecurity that she has. I mean, all the other girls I hurt for, especially Lemon, my heart absolutely breaks for that girl. She was just kind of pining for it and then just gets shattered. Like she was trying so hard. We didn't really get to see much of Yanami. Yanami was like the opening scene. She was already kind of sending the guy off, and then we get all of her complaining afterwards. Lemon hurts more because you're seeing that she was pushing towards something. And yes, now we're seeing it here with Komari. She's pushing towards something, and she bears it all. Like, she's the only one out of these three girls so far that has literally stepped out there and said, I love you, go out with me. she pushed. Like, she got the courage and she pushed. Girls in tears pushing so hard. And it's going to open up the next episode saying, sorry, I like Amelia. It's, you know, it's going to open that way. It's going to hurt so much. I don't know. I wonder if it's going to be an aspect that he's already going out with Tsukinoki, or if possibly he just doesn't really like her. Like, he doesn't like her. He's probably going to say something effective, I see you as a little sister. That's the head pat thing. I see you as a little sister. You're an underclassman, kohai. I see you as a sister. It's going to hurt no matter how you look at it. But anyways, yes, the episode itself, I think, had so many freaking good moments in it. So many laughs in it. I love the whole segment with the sister. She's like, literally, I'm not going to be there this week. Are you going to be okay? Are you going to cry? Don't cry. He's literally like, no, I'm going to be at training camp. So you actually made a friend. That's great. And the shop owner comes up and she's like, yeah, get us some things for celebration. The bean paste, which, yes, comes up later on. So she's totally watching the entire time. Yeah, okay, that's celebrate. Really? He's got a friend? Oh, man, everybody at the shopping association has been afraid for you. Like, you know, this little sister has been telling them, everybody at the shopping association, because you know she's probably the one that shops all the time. She's the little sister that shops all the time and cooks all the time. And so she's probably telling them all about how she's very fearful for her brother. So they actually they were planning on giving him all the stamps. It's so dumb. I love it. I love how, like, totally concerned his little sister is. She's so cute. Yeah, the whole beginning segment was weird. Like, they brought this up a long time ago about how Nukumizu is like a super faucet geek. Like, he has like this routine for faucets, and I thought it was like just a goofy intro, but no, they brought it back in the idea that he's talking to Komari and he just starts geeking out about how this is the perfect place because it's got the best taste. The chlorine's, it's been sitting in the pipes for all night, so it's got less chlorine flavor. And then it switches over to Komari and she's got her own thing, but it's because she's been eating in the bathroom. The chlorine flavor overtakes the bathroom smell. It's just so sad. Again, it's like tropes but reality. And so it's like tragic, but at the same time funny. And again, I think this writer just does that so freaking well. But anyways, the rest of the episode, yes, them having to do the whole literature thing because apparently a student council is coming down. We get the introduction to Shikiya, who's a member of the student council, which again is another one of those trope aspects of rom-coms that they're kind of ramping up for a comedic beat, which is this idea of this random gyaru. Like, she got the top open and everything like that. She just comes out of nowhere looking all hot. She's been stuck inside of this thing the whole time and comes out there and turns into the most over the top character of a evil student council that's trying to take them down. And she's all getting up close to him. We're looking for cuts and everything. He's like, just please blink. He's like, just please blink. It was creepy. But yeah, the entire time Komari just kind of doing her little gremlin thing, just bouncing around between the tables on each side and just kind of sneaking a peek out. It's just, she looks so cute. But no, that's when we go to the beach. We get our beach episode already, which is fine by me. But yeah, the stupid little like monologue the guy gives over it. Shintaro gives about the fact that they took these girls to the beach and the idea of like, girls don't normally like showing their shoulders or their thighs. And whenever they're at school, it doesn't count because it's what they're kind of forced to wear. Whereas here, they're allowed to wear whatever they want and they make the conscious decision to accept it. And you have to look because if you don't look, then it's like you're at school, you look, you're a pervert. But when you're on the beach, if you don't look, then it's being rude. So it's like this, what was it called? The magic of summer. Like, that's just gold. I'm sorry. That's just absolutely gold. Yeah, when they go to the beach, they have an excuse to wear pretty much underwear. That was almost like Monogatari levels of monologue right there, where it just takes something that is so like, yes, you know, and no, it's not a secret to anybody, but it puts it in words that's both perverted, but it's true at the same time. But no, I have to complain. I have to make an argument here. The girls come out. They all look fantastic. I think Yanami looked just absolute chef kiss. Tsukinoki looked really good as well. Unfortunately, Komari is going to be very closed up, but there's a cuteness in that as well. But I will have to say, Lemon looked cute. He got the tan lines. Tan girl, best girl, as always. But I do have to make an argument. Why aren't her feet tan? That's the only... Now, I'm not a feet person. I wasn't looking because I'm a feet person. Don't judge me in the comments down below. But you have to admit, when it actually had the close-ups of her feet, did anybody else in their mind, did it pop in there and say, why is her feet tan as well? Because this is her tracksuit tan. And she's not out there barefoot. So I don't know, maybe she like purposely tans her feet afterwards because it looks weird. But anyways, it's a random thing that popped in my head. But she looked cute either way. But no, eventually they go out to get food, which he goes with Lemon, which I thought was my heart breaks for this girl. And again, it does look good that she's actually pushing forward. And the idea that he's at least concerned, like, hey, did you make it home okay? I felt like what I did may have helped, made you a bit more depressed. And she kind of points out again the fact that, he never seen me as a girl. He's dense except when it comes to his girlfriend. And the idea that whenever he's kind of looking at her, he's dense. But when he's looking at his girlfriend, he's not. And he never treats me like a girl. And like I said before, it is super heartbreaking. Again, it kind of shows that idea of the tomboy and how he never really kind of seen her in a different way than just being a childhood friend. And, well, technically, again, he did say that she was somebody that was very popular and that he never stood a chance to her. So I think there is a level here that I think there's a miscommunication between the two of them and what they see with her. But again, it does kind of play into the tropes, and that's what she's kind of seeing him as being. But no, again, he says that, let's have fun. Again, that kind of kicks her up. She grabs him, starts running, falls over. That laugh was so freaking cute. Lemon's little laugh right there was so freaking cute. But yeah, then we have the MC moment. I was just, ugh, this is such one of those MC moments. Girls like, and he's like, what? Like, here? Like, hello? And he's like, what do you want me to do? It's such a stupid MC moment. I wanted to reach into the screen and smack this guy. Dude, are you stupid? Like, do you need like a sign that says, help me up? I am a female that wants to be pampered a little bit. Like, it literally is spelled out right in front of you. Like, she's literally has a sign in front of her fingers that says, pick me up, dude. He's an idiot. That's an MC. That's an MC for you through and through. Again, that's what they're going for, is all the stupid tropes and just making fun of them, but it's still annoying. It is still, there's some tropes that I can laugh at and some that just infuriate me. But yeah, that was an interesting comment that she made, was Yana-chan was right. You're just like that. So it does kind of imply that Lemon and Yanami have been talking with each other, and that she's kind of mentioned the idea that he's kind of clueless about girl things. Again, I think that's kind of the nicety that he kind of poses, that yes, there is a side of me that wonders if they'll eventually all kind of fall in love with Nukumizu. But it does sort of imply here that they do find comfort in him, and that might be in the idea that he is a little bit clueless about this stuff, but he's a little more accepting. Somebody that you can kind of confine with, but you're not in love with, kind of thing. So, a friend. He's a friend zone. He's a male friend zone. But after that, we get a little bit into Komari's book. Apparently, the president was reading her book, asked for some advice, and he mentions... Now, does this imply that he's saying things that she can do to help her book get in there? Because it mentioned the idea that he's posted his book and he's gotten a lot of points for his book, so it's been apparently doing well. It doesn't have enough to actually publish it, but still. And he's giving her advice. And he starts to list off this subtitle that she could use, and I'm wondering if it's a subtitle based on what she wrote, or if it's a subtitle that he's just saying for clickbait. Because it implies that her story is about the student council going to the beach, and then them finding out that it's a nudist beach and that they have to take off clothes for points, which I don't think is going to be her story, because that's when Tsukinoki gets mad and starts attacking him. And he's like, no, I'm not asking you to do that, because yes, it's literally what they're doing there. They're at the beach, and he's implying that's a nudist beach. So I don't know that she's writing that, but she could be, because later on it has Nukumizu, and he's reading it, and he's like, oh, so this is her style or whatever. And I'm like, is it because she wrote about that? I don't know. Technically, they were writing it for this weekend, so she could have wrote it with the idea they're going there. But yeah, it does point out the fact that she is a good writer. Yeah, his novel was I picked up a slave girl who happened to be an S rank and became a freeloader. And the story is about a guy that fell down some stairs, got hit by a truck after he fell down the stairs, isekai'd to another world where he was in a forest. He ends up finding this girl, and apparently she's an S rank, and then he starts just freeloading off of her. Anyhow, Lemon ends up winning some fireworks. They go get dressed up and go have a barbecue. I love how Lemon notices that Komari hasn't gone in the water yet. Picks that girl up, chucks her in the water. You're going to have some fun. Lemon's like, we're going. You have to get in the water at least once. It was cute. Yeah, they have the barbecue. It implies that his sister's there. Tsukinoki said that she ran into a middle schooler and got that red bean paste rice balls. And again, that's what the sister was picking up from the boss to celebrate. So it's like, it makes me wonder if she's there because technically all these kids are having camp, and I'm assuming, I don't think that she said it explicitly, but I think she's kind of implying that she wasn't going to be there that weekend because she's got training camps too in that same location. Or it could be the fact that she ditched whatever she was doing and she's been spying on him the entire time and offering food so that he can eat. But yeah, that all leads up to Komari watching them, eventually kind of spaces out, looks down at the side of a firework, not realizing the fuse relit, and then nearly getting a face full. I mean, it looked like she got a face full. Thankfully, it doesn't seem like it actually burnt the hell out of her face. But yeah, guy saves her, and then she confesses. Now, it was cute because she's like, it doesn't matter if my face got burned. He's like, no, that's not a good thing. Every time you look in the mirror, you're the one that looks in the mirror all the time. You don't want something tragic like this, being in your mirror every single time you look at it. And yeah, she's pointing out the fact that he's one of the very few people that will look in her face and that she likes him. So again, sadly, it's not going to happen again. And that's all kind of implanted in my head because of the stupid cover art, the key art. But at the same time, there's a side of me that thinks that he treats her that way because he sees her as a little sister. Like, the way that he always has, like, patting her on the head and everything like that, it sort of implies this idea of almost like a little sister. Not so much as him seeing her as somebody that he's attracted to or in love with. And that's the sad reality. That's the sad reality, is that he's kind of treated her like that for so long, he probably sees her that way. So I'll be curious if it ends up being a thing where it's more than just that, and that it is Tsukinoki is somebody that he's actually with. But either way, it hurts. It breaks my heart. I'm not looking forward to the heartbreak that's happening next episode. And again, a lot of that has to do with the fact of how timid and fragile Komari looks. Yanami, again, we never really had a connection there before the split happens. Again, Lemon, it hurts because you kind of seen her trying. You see that effort that she was putting into trying to get with him. But Komari is that, as well as, yes, how fragile she looks. And that hurts. Anyways, that's my thoughts on episode 3. I actually talked way longer than I did. I'm sorry. Anybody that can watch this entire video and hear me geeking out about this stupid show, thank you guys so much for watching the entire video. I really, really appreciate it. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button before you leave. Make sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the episode. Who's best girl for you so far? Of the 3 girls, who's best girl? Now, I know a lot of people are for the nurse, and yes, there's going to be a lot of people for the sister. But sticking with the main 3 girls, which one you like more? Right now, like I said, I am kind of sold on Lemon. I think, again, tan girl, best girl, but she just had a really cute side this episode that I couldn't help. I really do like Yanami's design, though. She's kind of a dork, but I don't really have too much connection there. Komari is a close second with Yanami because, again, she's got that cute, timid side. Anyhow, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe before you leave. Also, I have links down in the description below if you want to support the channel. I greatly appreciate what it does. Until next time, y'all take care.